shit, you walk into another trap.
And welcome to the show. The big news of the week was definitely this.
Boris Johnson leads the Conservatives to a resounding election victory.
An 80-seat majority, the biggest since Margaret Thatcher.
Boris Johnson won by a landslide.
Boris won, despite hiding in a fridge like a fucking scared yoghurt. Telling more lies to the Tinder profile. He destroyed Corbyn. He even won his own seat. And the cat was up against some real heavyweights. Look at that. A Bin, a Muppet, and Elmo. Meanwhile, Labour took a battering.
Jeremy Corbyn leads his party to its worst election performance since the 1930s.
Labour tonight is in turmoil.
Has Jeremy Corbyn cost you your job tonight?
Probably.
Unbelievably, Jeremy Corbyn claimed he won the argument despite crushing election defeat. You can't win an argument if you lose an election. He's like a deluded football manager. We're in a bad team. You got relegated. Yeah, but, you know, if you turn the league upside down... Elsewhere, it was a huge night for the SNP. Nicola Sturgeon celebrated by fisting two ghosts. Everyone said that was the reaction of the night. I don't know. I preferred this.
Hughes David Stephen, commonly known as Lord Buckethead. The official Monster Raving Loony Party, 125.
Over at Sky News, Adam Bolton won my award for Slam of the Day.
That's the most important thing of all, winning the trust of people that have put their trust in us, many of them for the first time, and Boris will have my full support as he does that.
Well, I don't know why he's talking to a tree.
To be honest, this man summed up how we all felt. Because no matter how you voted, I think we can all agree, thank God it's over. It's Christmas! This little hero was so excited, he sang Jingle Bells on the news. Did he know the words? Doesn't matter. He made up his own.
There is time for a Christmas song, dashing through the snow, and a four-horse open sleigh. All the hills we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha. Stockings to be up, Santa coming down to give you presents every single year. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, big father, that's to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, big father, that's to ride in the one-horse open sleigh.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's so great. I love Christmas just as much as he does. Pigs in blankets, drinking in your pyjamas, log fires, carol singing, laughing your tits off as your mum plays charades. I love it. Last year, my mum was like, 2 words, film. Oh. Oh. Hot fuzz. The point I'm making, I love Christmas. It's a time for everyone, unless you're Harrods.
The department store Harrods has been criticised for only allowing their richest customers and their children to come and visit Father Christmas in his grotto.
How depressing is that? Hello, Timmy. Is your dad in the highest tax bracket? No. Then get the fuck off my lap. It's so unfair. No kid should miss out on the sheer joy of meeting a beardy stranger. I mean, look how happy it makes them. Mind you, not everyone's afraid. Not that it was the worst news for kids. The UK is about to get its first children's book about Brexit. Yeah, right. What's that going to look like? This.
Boris the Dragon liked to shag and to fly. He covered some buses in terrible lies. Teresa the Owl was also a toff. She marched into Brussels, but was told to fuck off. She was stabbed in the back by the Tory elite, so she fled to a safe space, a big field of wheat. No one liked Corbyn. He had many critics, because some of his friends were anti-Semitic. So in the election, Boris the bullshitter beat Corbyn the chump. But look on the bright side. At least it's not Trump.
Oh, man. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Kids don't want to be reading about Brexit. They want to be writing letters to Santa. Some are psychotic.
Dear Santa, I would like a chainsaw, a blue bike, a trampoline, a claw machine and a cash register.
Some want to rewrite history. I want Simba's dad to wake up. And some are sweet, but they really need to work on their spelling. Thank you for coming, and thank your elves for raping presents. Talking of shocking, did you hear about Walmart? They had to apologise for Christmas jumper showing Santa doing cocaine. Do you want to see it? You know you do. Here we go. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gone to the box to smoke loads of spice. Santa Claus is hooked on hard drugs. Well, I want to know, why is everyone upset? You'd do coke if you had to deliver 1 billion presents in one night. Let's get on it! Oi, Alf, put your dick away! I said wrap the presents! Wrap them! Who cares about a Christmas jumper? If you're going to get angry with BBC Good Food magazine for suggesting this bullshit. 1 roast potato is the ideal portion of... What the fucking fuck? 1 roast potato? What are they replacing the gravy with? Tears? I bet even ISIS are like, that's not very festive. It's madness. Even potatoes disagree. Miserable bastards. What are their crackers going to be like? Why was Rudolph's nose so red? He's an alcoholic. What's green and yellow and smells like gammon? A dead owl. It's not just potatoes. You can now buy the world's first Brussels sprout ketchup. Finally. Liquid sprouts. It's madness. Think of your poor pets. 1 fart, they'll be like this. Not that it's the weirdest thing you can buy this Christmas. If you don't know what to get your fella, I may have the answer. You can now buy a mini hot tub just for your testicles. What is wrong with us? Cheers, darling. The planet's dying and we're making our nuts bubbly. Listen to this. OK. Oddly, that's the exact noise you'd make if you filled that with really cold water. What are you saying, Dave? Are you happy or sad? Just for you, my friend. Do you know what they've called it? They've called it the Testacuzzi. Surely they should have called it Dunking Doze Nuts. Come on. If you're doing it, do it properly. But I've saved the maddest for last. Did you know you can now buy Christmas pudding-flavoured fudge in the shape of a vagina? How are you eating that at the table?
What a lovely day. surrounded by my family. Hark the herald angels sing. Glory to the newborn King.
It's hilarious. Have you seen it? Look at it! Ah! It's like a stormtrooper's armpit. Whatever you eat, have an amazing Christmas. And if you don't know what game to play in the evening, why not take a leaf out of this guy's book? Join me after the break when I'll be talking to the star of the TV series Succession, Logan Roy himself, Mr. Brian Cox.
I've been doing this play on Broadway, and I have kids coming with their boyfriends, videoing me saying, "Can you tell us to fuck off? Please tell us to fuck off."
Yeah.
Will you and of course, I'm delighted to tell them, "Fuck off!" Welcome back to the show. The decade is nearly over, so I thought I'd round up some of the greatest things that have happened in the last 10 years. Let's go back to 2010. Times were very different. We had swine flu, vuvuzelas. Paul Gascoigne went to an armed siege in his dressing gown with a fishing rod and a cooked chicken. And over in Australia, a man gave the best description of a dog attack ever.
They came bounding over.
In July, the world was gripped by an incredible rescue when 33 Chilean miners survived 69 days trapped underground. To be honest, not all of them were keen to get out.
Yoni Barrios, the 50-year-old, has both his wife waiting for him and, would you believe, his mistress.
You guys go ahead. I'll stay down here. 2011 was huge. Bin Laden was killed, Amy Winehouse died, North Korea got a new leader who loved looking at orange sludge. And in Richmond Park, a dog became an overnight sensation.
Bedtime! Bedtime! Oh, Jesus Christ! Bedtime!
In April, who could forget the royal wedding?
Prince William and Catherine Middleton are married and seal it with a kiss.
It's magical! It's absolutely magical!
It was magical. As was this interview.
Now, what do you reckon Kate and Will's going to get up to on their honeymoon?
Oh, can we say it on TV?
Well, it depends.
Anal.
We'll never know. In 2012, in music, everyone went mad for this tune.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
To be honest, I preferred this.
Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. 1 pound fish, 1 pound fish. Have a look, 1 pound fish. Have a look, 1 pound fish.
Very, very nice. 1 pound fish. Once it's in your head, you can't get it out. 2012 was also the year Tinder was launched. And by sheer coincidence, there were nearly 500,000 new sexual infections. Over in Spain, an old lady lovingly restored a picture of Jesus. Here's what it looked like before, and here's what she did to it. It's like he's going, "What the fuck have you done to me?" Elsewhere this year, who could forget the Olympics?
Mo Farah's got the double!
Gold medal for Jessica Ennis.
6 gold medals for Chris Hoy.
Anthony Joshua, the most incredible feeling of my entire life.
My personal highlight was this.
Gasp all the way around the stadium.
Philip! Look at me! I'm Monarch Airlines!
It was amazing. I haven't seen a member of the royal family fall that hard since Prince Andrew. Because, of course, He had a sleepover. In 2013, Edward Snowden blew the whistle. Same-sex marriage was legalised in England and Wales, and it turned out Findus was selling his lasagnas full of horse meat. Talking of animals, who could forget Jesus appearing on this dog's arse? You don't want to see him yawn. In 2014, one woman got a hoop out. A student got stuck in a vagina sculpture. And some people did the ice bucket challenge, but not everyone mastered it.
Okay, here we go.
2015 was a year of ups and downs for David Cameron. He won the general election. But we also found out he put his private parts in a dead pig's mouth. He's lucky he didn't get an STI. Or... pork scratchings. 2015 was the start of Love Island, where beautiful people shared their brains with the nation.
Essex is a continent. No.
No, it's a county.
Oh, what, a country?
A county.
What's the difference between a county and a country?
Who could forget when EastEnders Kat Slater delicately told a nun about her past?
I didn't become a little bit of a slag. I became a total slag.
You heard her? A bit like Cameron with that pig. There was a lot of violence. Tyson Fury punched his way to victory. Jeremy Clarkson punched his way to Amazon Prime. And Boris Johnson twatted a Japanese kid. In the world of film, a woman was arrested for masturbating in the cinema whilst watching 50 Shades of Grey. Apparently, she refused to come quietly. When she said she was going to the flick, she really meant it. I mean, I could do this all day, but let's move on. 2016 was the year Brexit started and everyone died. David Bowie, Prince, Alan Rickman, Caroline Aherne, Muhammad Ali, Harper Lee, George Martin, Victoria Wood, Ronnie Corbett, Leonard Cohen, Andrew Sachs, George Michael, Carrie Fisher, and a gorilla called Harambe. And what was weird, that was the only one you went R for. Oh, a gorilla I've never heard of. What was weird about Harambe was the way people mourned. Do you remember what they did? Yeah, she knows. Look what they did. They got their dicks out for Harambe. Who does that?
I miss him so much.
Don't tell me I had a grave. Grave? Not that it was the worst thing that happened in America.
I'm going to be so presidential that you people will be so bored.
I don't like mosquitoes.
An anomalous, really an anomalous.
I'm a very stable genius.
Exclamation point. Your father, Herman, is looking down. He's very proud of you right now.
He's still alive.
Oh, he is?
It wasn't all bad news. Leicester City beat odds of 5,000 to 1 to win the Premier League. And we found the world's happiest woman. And all it took was one mask.
That's not me making that noise, it's the mask! Here, listen. I'm such a happy Chewbacca!
2017 was the year of crazes. We had fidget spinners, we had flossing, we had the dab, which not everyone could master.
Oh, killed the one. Uh-oh, Max, no, you almost fell. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, Lord.
We had our third general election of the decade, and one lady summed up how we all felt.
You're joking. Not another one?
Corbyn did better than expected. He was so excited, he high-fived Emily Thornberry's tit. Over in Ireland, a family got into a flap over a bat in their kitchen.
Catch him! Catch him, Derry! Derry, catch him! Ma'am, will you get out? Derry, will you catch him? Oh, fuck. Oh! 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 The dog's pissing! Dad, the dog is peeing!
But my personal highlight was when a defence expert did an interview on the news and forgot to lock his door.
The question is, how do democracies find those handles?
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children's just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. My apologies.
For the region.
My apologies. North Korea, South Korea.
In 2018, we had the beast from the east. It didn't stop this delivery driver. On the other side of the world, there was a miraculous rescue in Thailand. But back in England, Danny Dyer summed up what the nation felt about David Cameron and Brexit.
Where is he? He's in Europe, in Nice, with his trotters up, yeah? Where is the geezer? I think he should be held accountable for it. He should be held accountable for it.
It's a valid point. A lot of people do feel...
Swat.
That...
Which brings us to 2019, the year England won the Cricket World Cup. Greta Thunberg woke us up to climate change, and Colleen Rooney accused Rebecca Vardy of leaking stories to the Sun. And some genius came up with this pun. Wagatha Christie. Wherever you are, thank you. There's been loads of things to celebrate in the last 10 years. Around the world, child poverty's gone down. Life expectancy's gone up. Movements like Me Too and Black Lives Matter have changed attitudes. We made human organs with a printer. We took a photo of a black hole. And in America, this basketball team helped their classmate with cerebral palsy live out his dreams. Let's not muck around. Politically, it's been tough. But no matter how depressing it gets, this nation will never lose its sense of humour. Let's hope next decade we have more people like this caller.
I'm immensely grateful to you for everything you've done in British politics over the last few years. I used to be an ardent Remainer. I voted Remain. I believed in the European project. Mm-hmm. I believed that staying in the European Union was the best thing for us. And then something happened, and something monumental happened. It completely changed my opinion on the whole situation.
What was that monumental thing, Mark?
I was kicked in the head by a horse.
Right, very good. OK, fine.
So there you go. That's my summary of the last 10 years. Now it's time to hear what it's been like for the children. So, it's nearly the end of the decade.
Yes, so get the sparkling lemonade, because it's like New Year's Eve.
Exactly. Get the sparkling lemonade out, get some guacamole.
No guacamole. Guacamole is banned in this century.
What?
No.
What's been the best thing about the last 10 years?
Phones were invented.
Phones were invented.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. I think popcorn was around before.
Yeah, but I still want popcorn.
OK.
My birth.
Your birth. Do you want to take me through it?
So I was born, then I was raised as a child.
Yeah.
I've had multiple birthdays.
Yeah.
And multiple Christmases.
Uh-huh. That is the most scientific look at life.
Yes.
What's been the best food that you've eaten in the last 10 years?
Oh, baby wipes are so good.
Hang on, whoa, isn't a baby wipe like one of them?
Wait, because the sourness in the wipe is so good. I eat it from the package.
That is absolutely madness. If you could describe the last 10 years in one word, how would you describe it?
Rubbish. Horrible. Annoying.
Unpredictable.
What do you think the world will be like in 2030? What will you be doing in 2030?
Trying to take over the world.
What would you like to see happen in the next 10 years?
I'll have a big mansion. I'll have slaves. I'll have a butler.
Slaves and a butler.
What are you going to say again? Hot girls then?
Do everything.
At school, he thinks he's big boss all of a sudden because he thinks he gets all girls.
Look at these big muscles.
Look at those squishy muscles.
Look at these.
Get off my muscles. He's not got booties. Thunder, lightning.
Let's talk this big party, 2020. How are we going to see it in?
I'll just do whatever you want. I'll just get in my rocket robot and wreck all the monuments. Just take that, Washington Monument. Take that, Pyramids of Giza. and have all this Lady of Liberty.
What are you looking at, Whitgift Centre in Croydon?
Take that, Eiffel Tower. Stonehenge! No one even knows what you're for.
Yeah. Was that Argos? Argos in Huddersfield?
Whoa.
Not Argos.
Yeah, not Argos, because where am I going to shop then?
My guest this week is one of Britain's most celebrated actors. Brian Cox is a British icon. Over 5 decades, he's portrayed characters as diverse as King Lear and Hannibal Lecter, as well as starring in the likes of Braveheart, The Bourne Identity, X-Men, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Doctor Who. And now he's earned huge critical praise for his portrayal of Logan Roy in Succession.
I spoiled you. And now, you're fucked.
Please welcome Brian Cox! Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's safe, is it?
It's absolutely safe, yeah.
Oh, it's comfortable.
It's all right, isn't it? It's deceptively comfy, yeah.
Surprising.
Thank you very much for coming on the show.
It's very nice to be here.
I've seen you around.
Have you?
Yeah, I think we live quite close by. Okay. But I've seen you, but because of the TV show that you're on, you're so terrifying on Succession that I have been scared to come up to you and say hello.
Well, it's okay. I mean, people do that all the time, so don't worry about it.
But I wondered, given that you play a beast, does that happen a lot, do you think, where people can see you and go, oh, God, I better not say hello?
Yeah, I mean, it started years ago. I remember I got sort of fed up of playing so many bad guys. And I just felt, oh, why am I always playing the baddie? I'm a reasonably nice man. Why am I always cast as this horror? And I thought, oh, I've got to change that. But then I realised the devil has the best tunes, so...
This is it. Now, for those who haven't seen Succession, could you sort of describe it to the people?
Well, I play Logan Roy, who is the head of this media family, the Roys, and I have 4 children, I think, 4.
You're like Boris Johnson.
Yes, I can't remember. And they are the most dysfunctional people you will ever meet in your life. The kids are spoilt, twats, really, kind of entitled. They're all things horrible, and I play the poor, beset father who has to deal with them on a regular, daily basis.
Yeah, and I mean, you're incredible in it, and
Thank you.
Does it feel like the role you've been waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, it's been weird, you know. I mean, I've been in this business the year after next for 60 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Like ordinarily, yeah.
And you know, somebody once said, you know, Brian, it's always going to be the long haul for you, but I didn't know it was going to be this long.
Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm 73.
Wow, you look good on 73.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've practiced.
Yeah. And how much does it sort of... Because everyone thinks it's the Murdochs.
Well, it's sort of inspired by that, but it's really... the Roys are their own people. They're far worse than the Murdochs, far worse. I mean, they're excessive.
When you're playing such high-profile characters, do you ever sort of, like, worry about running into the real people?
Well, yeah. I mean, in the place where we live. Anyway,
we both live at Buckingham Palace.
What happened was that I'm going into one of our many cafes in that lovely little street. And so I'm going in, getting my latte, and I'm standing there at the thing, and I'm saying, yeah. And I hear this voice, "We're liking the show." I said, "Oh." And I turned around, I said, "Oh, thank you." He said, "No, we are." I said, "Oh, good. I'm glad you like it." He said, "Yeah, it's..." He said, it's a little difficult for my wife." I said, "So why does she find it difficult?" He said, "Well, I am married to Elizabeth Murdoch."
Oh, my God. And
I went, "Oh, and of course, I didn't know what to say. I was completely
I'll have this to go. And you have a catchphrase on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And for those who don't know, it is...
Fuck off.
And I've been reading up on you, and a lot of people enjoy you.
Oh, don't start. I've had kids. I've been doing this play on Broadway, and I have kids coming with their boyfriends, videoing me saying, "Can you tell us to fuck off? Please tell us to fuck off."
Yeah.
Will you and of course, I'm delighted to tell them, "Fuck off!" And, you know, and fuck off is great, especially if you're a Scot. The Scots swear really well. And the bizarrest one was I was invited to... I had a film which opened in L.A., and I flew out there, and I was in it with this wonderful actress called Rosanna Arquette.
Yes.
She said, "Come to... we're having a book launch, and would you come for this book launch?" And it's Ronan Farrow.
Oh,
it's
right.
a Me Too book launch. And I said, "Oh, OK." So I went there, and it was packed. There were a lot of people, and it was a very serious evening, Me Too. And then suddenly all the women sort of started surrounding me. And one or two of them said, "Can you tell us to fuck off?"
Well, at a Me Too event?
At a Me Too event. I said, "Is this really appropriate for a Me Too event, for me to tell you, a white dinosaur to tell you to fuck off?" I said, "The world has finally gone crazy."
Yeah. Did you tell him to fuck off?
I did. I said,
And congratulations on the Golden Globe nomination.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Does it still get exciting, or have you been there?
Well, I'm such a hypocrite, really, about all of that. I mean, there's a part of me that says, "Oh, fuck awards, fuck it. I don't really believe in awards." And then you get nominated, you go, "Oh, isn't that great?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's really wonderful. I'm so pleased. I'm so happy. No, I was delighted.
And I've just noticed your socks. They're fantastic.
Oh, yeah, they're Bombers. Have you heard of Bombers?
No, what are they?
You get them on the plane.
Hang on, they're the ones that don't give you deep...
No, it's is it Virgin or Delta? I think it's one of them. They've done these wonderful socks, and they're called Bombers. It's a thing in the States.
Yeah.
They are the most comfortable socks. Get Bombers. They are fantastic.
Hang on a minute. So are you one of those guys that you don't put the pyjamas on the plane?
No. Do I? If I'm travelling, not on British Airways, because I don't like their clothes. I don't like their evening wear.
But there's a weird thing.
I like Virgin's evening wear.
Well, I love the idea. You're kind of going, "I'll do for my wife."
I do that. I always do that.
I love that. So here we have this situation where you're playing a billionaire, and yet you're still a common thief.
Oh, I am.
You've stolen socks from a plane.
I'm a totally common thief.
Yeah. And I was going to say, is it annoying that you're not the only Brian Cox?
It's a pain in the arse. Well, it's a pain in the arse because it reminds you that you've got nothing that's your own, and particularly your name.
Yeah.
You know? I was doing a thing up in Elstree. I had to go up to Elstree, and the car arrived to pick me up, and I got in the car, and he said, "Oh, it's you."
Oh, no.
He said, "I thought it was going to be the other one." I said, "Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Fuck off."
I love the idea that people come up to Brian Cox and ask him to swear in his hat. Fuck off. I found out recently that you're good friends with one of my heroes, Billy Connolly.
Great man.
Yeah, isn't
one
he
of the
just?
greatest.
He certainly is.
He's one of the most courageous people I know. Really. It really is. I mean, I saw his show in New York, you know, after he was diagnosed, and he didn't. You know, he just said, "I've got Parkinson's." And he did it. I was joking with him. I said, Billy, you're so still now. You could earn a living in Covent Garden by being a sort of faux Billy Connolly standing there.
Yeah.
Like, the beard, you know.
What blew my mind away about that is here is a guy, an exceptionally physical performer, his whole life.
That's right.
And then suddenly, I remember seeing him with Hamlet of Apollo, like you say, stood still and still...
No, he's astonishing.
Still astonishing.
You know, Billy's funny. He used to go to Billy's house, and he had this mansion in Scotland, and you'd go in and dine it, and there was all these paintings around the wall of the ancestors of the house.
Right.
And it was all Billy. Every painting was Billy right back to the Stone Age.
Oh, nice. And are you looking forward to Christmas, your big Christmas?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm here in London, and my family are coming over because London is one of the most underrated places because there's nobody here.
There is no one here.
There's no one in London. It's the best place to be in Christmas. So keep it a secret. Don't tell everybody because everybody will want to stay in London.
You're on telly. Now, we thought the best way to end this interview would be for you to do a Christmas message.
OK, I'll do a Christmas message.
To our viewers.
I'm very happy to do that.
Wonderful.
Dear viewers, Brian Cox here. And I would like to deliver you a seasonal message of goodwill. And I would like to invoke the words of my fellow Scotsman, Sir Walter Scott. Heap on the wood, the wind is chill, but let it whistle as it will. We'll keep our merry Christmas still. And if that passage has failed to warm your heart, I have 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Brian Cox! Thanks, sir. That's fantastic. Join me after the break when I'm having a day out with this lady. What you got to do?
Come on, you do it. You're the bloke.
You've got to back yourself. So you go...
Oh, nearly.
Fuck it up.
Oh, my God.
That's right, It's time for this week's Playdate. This week, me and Emily Atack pushed ourselves to the limit on a trampoline.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't realise my boobs were this big. How are your boobs?
I'd say I'm an A cup.
Yeah.
So mine are kind of tight and just staying there.
Fat arse isn't even going to fit through there.
When I was younger,
yeah,
I used to go to these kind of indoor playground types just to look at the boys, really.
Don't be kind to me.
Oh, really?
Because I'm a woman.
OK.
Bitch.
Nice. As a feminist, I should be allowed to beat the shit out of you like you're a man.
Yeah,
but it feels wrong.
I give you permission to beat the shit out of me. What?
Is that allowed? Oh, fucking hell, Jesus.
Well, if you don't let me win, you're not a feminist.
That's true. That's why men rule the world. She makes a lot of noises. Lots of noises. Did you have any moves?
Well...
When you were young to impress the lads?
Yeah, the sit-down one.
OK.
I mean, I'm really chuffed with myself.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can't do it? Oh, good. That makes me feel really good. I can't get up there. No, I'm actually scared. Do you think
what you got to do?
Come on, you do it. You're the bloke.
You've got to back yourself. So you go...
No. Oh, nearly.
Fuck it up.
Oh, my God.
That's quite a jump. There's no grace. You never see someone in gymnastics do... Fucking hell, Dave, that one's bouncy.
But I'll do it slowly first.
Yeah.
I don't have the strength.
Imagine, what do you really like in the world? What's your favourite thing?
Wine.
Wine. Imagine there's a bottle...
A bottle of Provence rosé and a bowl of sweet potato fries.
Exactly that. So that's what's on top there.
OK.
Right, OK, so go again. They're getting cold, them chips.
Bounce! Bounce!
Yes, yes! That was close. Were you kind of like a popular kid?
So I didn't have a very normal life growing up. I was quite different. My mum was an actress. And she actually used to do the voices of Eurotrash.
Oh, really?
Remember Eurotrash?
I do remember Eurotrash.
Yeah. And it was obviously the thing that everyone was watching because it was the only bit of porn that anyone could get their hands on.
Yeah.
Well, my mum was doing all the dubbing voices, so, like, there'd be, like, a really exotic kind of woman, like, getting done up the arse, and then my mum would be like, oh, that's it, love, get it in there, you know.
So that was your mum?
Yeah. But then all I got every day was, oh, I had a wank over your mum's voice last night.
Oh.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh.
Cheers, Mum.
That wasn't your dad. Sorry.
How the bloody hell did you get up there?
Run.
No, you didn't.
How do we get down? Oh, God, you maniac. You're going to knock your fucking head off.
Push your arms up, and then you just tuck in.
Yep. Right.
I've got breasts. I'm not doing that.
Shall I have a go?
Yeah, you do it.
Right, here we go. So you have to, arms up.
Yeah.
So you have to go like that.
I think you can. I think you can do it.
Well, no.
Well, that's the kind of the vibe, isn't it?
Go on, Emily, this is the one. What was that?
You must have some embarrassing kind of stories.
We were about 15, and I don't know how we got onto this, but I was chatting. I've got quite, back then, I had quite a hairy anus. So I had quite a lot of kind of sort of like
matting or
bushy is what I describe it as. I don't know, I was just chatting about this, and this must have really angered the group because they pinned me down and they kind of pulled my trousers down and they sort of splayed to sort of reveal. And my friend Rob lit my anal hair. Like that.
Your anal beard.
And at that exact moment, his mum came home. And... No fucking... That's it. Yeah! That was genuinely impressive. I mean, she may never walk again, but that was really good to see. What a fun play date.
Great play date. Only play date I've ever been on where there's been no booze.
There's a bit in that, actually. There's a bit of vodka. Now, I found out this year, do you know, there's an estimated 700,000 young carers in this country, which is staggering. So, for tonight's Good Deeds, we went to meet a young boy who's going above and beyond this Christmas to see if we could do something for him.
Hello, my name is Blake and I'm a young carer. I run a campaign called Chocks for Champs that helps young carers by telling them they're doing a good job at Easter and Christmas in the form of a chocolate treat. I became a young carer at the age of 5 because Mum was diagnosed with MS. Sadly, she'll never get better, she'll only get worse.
Walking about, doing things is difficult, sometimes lifting things.
I help my mum by doing the housework, but I think one of my most important jobs can be emotional support.
You have days where you want to give up, but then you have a child like Blake who looks at the world and sees a problem and goes, right, we can make this better.
Me and Mum don't really get to go away. To go to watch a Liverpool game is my biggest dream. We love watching the games and listening to them together.
He misses out on so much and I'm aware that's my fault. To hear that boy sing You'll Never Walk Alone in Anfield is top of the bucket list.
I got involved with Suffolk Family Carers just about a year ago, and since then they've offered me loads of support, letting me hang out with people in a similar situation to me.
Blake is a superstar. He has been to Parliament to encourage MPs to keep the young carers as part of the Ofsted inspection.
I personally have experienced bullying because I can't go places like other people. I started Chocks Champs because of my trip to Parliament. I heard a lot of other stories from young carers about people being lonely, so I wanted to do something to help. I started collecting eggs at Easter with an original target of 50, and thanks to amazing support from the community, we managed to get 639 Easter eggs.
There you are, my love. No worries at all, well done.
This Christmas we have collected 853 selection boxes, so we're very happy.
Today we're handing out selection boxes to the young carers registered at the school.
Hi. I want you to know that you're doing a good job and that you're not alone with what you're doing.
Very difficult, it's just like helping my mum around the house and stuff. Chocks for Champs is like really good, just makes me feel a lot better.
I know I'm not alone now. I thought like I was doing it by myself, but now I know there's so many young carers with me that I feel really happy.
Blake's ultimate goal is to get it across the whole country. I wouldn't bet against him.
There's one that was left. Blake. It just says to Blake.
Hi Blake, you do so much for everyone else. I thought you deserved something for you.
From Russell Howard. We're going to Liverpool tonight. And we're going to Anfield on Russell Howard's season ticket to watch Liverpool play at Anfield tomorrow. Oh my God! We are literally leaving in 45 minutes. A taxi's taking us to Liverpool. Oh my God!
Dreams do come true.
Russell, yesterday was the best day of my life. I can't thank you enough. Here's hoping that one day Chocs Tramps will be able to benefit every young carer in the country.
There he is. What a dude. Thanks very much for watching. Have a lovely Christmas. And don't miss my highlight show on December the 30th. Good night, my friends. Good night.